All right, so let's see. Make sure Twitter tweeted out. Good to go. All right. For you guys that are in spy puts, are a lot of you guys in like farther out puts where you're holding overnight, or are you playing more of a day trade? Because for day trades, I think the target, like I told you guys earlier, the target's like right here. Because you're bouncing off the 1 hour pivot on SPY, you're bouncing off the bottom of the wedge. For swing trades, we could wait for the bounce and then add on to the bounce. But for day trades, this is the you've got the most of the squeeze, right? Most of the move is already over. You can't day trade, gotcha. Zool, not sure if you have checked it out, but you should check out a cash cow, man. It will help you on day trading for sure. Block trades, I haven't been seeing any like big name companies. We have Oxy, Wells Fargo, NOK just got a block trade. He just called it out earlier. Um, Big block trades, we've got Comcast. I called that one out earlier today. GE. Yeah, you got a couple on GE that are slightly bullish. And that's basically it. FPE. Not sure what that is. HYG. Bond ETF. Got a really big block trade. Yeah, so bonds are really bullish here, which is bearish for the market. Hey Josh, what's going on, man? What's going on, Aviv? Sunrun still running today? Yeah, Sunrun, even with the market pulling back, they've been doing very well. Sunrun hit our targets. So these are the targets we called out in Discord. 4230, 4289. You basically hit both those targets already. So if it starts to top out here, wouldn't be a bad exit. VIX daily still looking really bullish on the close. NLOK not pumping just yet. You have a little bit of sell volume coming in. Oh, they got a price target lift. Nice. $50. Not bad. Big sell off in SPY, failing the 5-minute pivot. They have no buy volume. Look at this little increase here. This little bounce right here had no buyers whatsoever. If the buyers don't start coming in, they're not going to break the pivot. Yeah, same thing on Qs. Tried to pump up, no buyers. Looking really bad. For you guys in Discord, an update on my closed trades today. I closed Workhorse for a 20% profit. That's it. That's the only trade that I closed. We opened up a few new positions. I won't alert you guys on those until they're closed, though. We are in SPY puts. I said that yesterday on stream, so that's already public. I've been in SPY puts for 2 or 3 days now. Did we open those yesterday or the day before yesterday? It was yesterday. 7:22. Yeah, it was yesterday. We opened those yesterday. Only thing left to save the market is stimulus. Without stimulus, it's going to be a bloody week. Sell volume coming in. Retesting the wedge already. Buyers have no strength here. You need some volume to come in, or they're going to get smacked. Let's look at the 1 minute. A little bit of volume coming in. There you go. Some buyers finally stepping in here. The buyers need to reclaim the 50, and then the volume needs to stay there. The problem with the last little move we saw in the 5 minute, the volume was gone. As you're seeing right here. You're only the second candle into the pump, and the volume's already drying up. Yep, it's getting smacked down already. Look at that. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. When you see multiple wicks in the same area like that, that shows you where the pressure is. You have a lot of sell pressure right here. You see how it's got 2 long wicks in that same range? That's all sell pressure. Yep. See how the buyers can't fight it? Every time they push up, they lose. Watch the pivot here. The pivot might bounce it a little bit. HSY is still doing very well. Hershey, I think they had earnings today, or they've got earnings coming up. They have earnings, yeah, today coming up. Big move. No, they had to have earnings this morning. Let me check my earnings thing. What's today? Thursday? I don't even see Hershey on here. Yeah, it's not even on there. Okay, now the buyers are starting to get a little stronger. See if it can hold. Now you want to watch this little range right here. Lows, lows, and then highs here. There's the 50 I said it needed to flip. 50 is the red line, Tenkin's the blue line. One good thing about this is higher lows. Higher highs as well. See where the sellers are coming in? Sellers are coming in right on that range. We need Fed to step in. I think the Fed will step back in if the wedges do play out and it starts to dump. I couldn't see them stepping in after one red day. All right, so call scanner, guys. Silver, 830,000 calls today. Gold, 560. Pfizer, 280. Twitter, 270. Micron, 257. Lulu, 50,000. MAT, 47,000. Those are the top call volume today. Pretty much all of them have almost no puts except for Twitter and Lulu. They've got a lot of puts as well. Pfizer has almost no puts coming in. About probably 20,000. Those are the companies to keep an eye on for tomorrow. Silver, gold, Pfizer, Twitter, Micron, Lulu, MAT. Biggest relative volume is Twitter. Twitter's been exploding today. Yeah, is there any Trump or press conferences today? Like the one day there's no press conference, the market's tanking. You doubled your August silver calls? Do you mean like you made double the money, or you doubled how many you have? Trump is talking again at 5? Jesus, dude, every day. Are they back to doing the like everyday shit? Where they're doing the everyday coronavirus updates? I couldn't imagine them doing that again. Look at where price is failing again, guys. Same range. I wouldn't mind an end of day pump here so I could get a better fill on my ads. This is actually the perfect bottom on the SPY wedge that we talked about. But the ES wedge, yeah, actually the ES wedge as well. So both wedges are being tested here. NASDAQ just barely above its target. You did hit these pivots down here. You got a lot of pivots that you tested. Get a big cluster of like 7 blue pivots here. You're down 10% today. Yeah, a lot of people are. Oh, no, Moderna is. Yeah, Moderna. Yeah. They had bad news. Rhino said, what was it? They lost a patent. They lost a patent on their vaccine or some shit like that. Okay, so this is where NLOK will start to pump, guys. You broke the wedge, retesting the wedge, very common. Now we want to see the volume come in. Yeah, I was talking about that in Discord um, today and yesterday about how the vaccine news is pretty much priced in. You can see that with Pfizer. Look at Pfizer. Trump said that he gave them a massive contract yesterday, which we already knew about, but he confirmed it. Um, During his press conference, he said that Pfizer has been given a contract to distribute the vaccines, um, and it didn't really do anything. It gapped up, ran, nuked. The vaccine news is pretty much priced in. That's why I was saying the stimulus is the only thing left. Vaccine news is not going to help the market anymore. Maybe for a day, like little burst of buy pressure, but we've already pumped from the bottom off of vaccine news. It started with the Fed. Then once the vaccine was ready, the Fed pulled back. The vaccine news started coming in every day, pumping the market up. Now the Fed's done. Now the vaccine news is priced in. What's left? We have the stimulus and we have the infrastructure plan. They won't say shit about the infrastructure plan, and the stimulus is probably about a week or two out from being passed. SPY is finding some buyers here. You flipped the range. You flipped your little support here. See if we can get back above the pivot here on the 5-minute. Is it really Moneybag? Jesus. Moneybag said off topic, but Epstein's Island address is the same as SpongeBob's address. What the fuck? That has to be like a Google. That has to be a troll. Here, I'll show you guys. That has to be a troll. Babies, not sure what you're asking. Are you asking if I day trade exclusively? Is that what you're asking? No, it does say St. Thomas. Bikini Bottom is the street name. No, so we don't day trade exclusively. A lot of my trades are swing trades. Probably the majority of my trades are swing trades. I do take day trades every now and then, but the majority of my trades are held overnight. I'm a big fan of buying at close, buying on power hour, and then selling the next day. It's a very, very strong strategy when the market is trending in one direction. If I take day trades, they're typically smaller scalps. Yeah, I like buying the power hour and then I like selling the first hour. But if I take longer out positions, I hold on to them for longer. Like these SPY puts that I have, I plan on holding these. Evo, I'm not anticipating it, but if it happens, it's not going to scare me. Because if a bounce comes tomorrow, that will just be most likely a retest of the wedge. So if we see a bounce tomorrow and then we start to see sell pressure, that's where I'll add on. If we don't see sell pressure and it wants to go all the way back to like 330, that's where I'll add on. I've got some good time on my put spread. If I took the closer contracts, I'd probably be taking profit pretty soon. But we have some time left, so I have time to add on, and I've got room to add on. The thing with my theory is, if I'm right, like I was telling you guys earlier, I don't have to rush to take profit. This will be a big dump. We'll most likely be retesting, kind of around 300, or probably around like 310. Yes, Evo. Yes, correct. I anticipate a big pullback. As long as we don't blow through 330, I think there will be a big pullback. I think the market is due for a big pullback. I think the market has priced in every good news that it could. Unless the Fed comes back in. The two worst case scenarios for puts. The Fed comes back or the stimulus bill is very good. If the stimulus bill is very good, it's going to hurt bears. Yeah, the Fed is already hurting the dollar. So they need to stop. If you guys haven't already, you need to take a look at the dollar index. This is why silver and gold are going up so quickly, because the dollar index is plummeting. Like I said, I would not be surprised if the dollar index hits 93. Relatively soon, babies. Depends on when the stimulus comes out. Yeah, that's what I mean, babies. That's what I mean. The stimulus is bad. It's bad for puts. Sunrun has already hit our targets. So if Sunrun doesn't break through the targets, I wouldn't hold on to it for much longer. Stimulus is bad for puts. Run, I don't really have a thesis on Run. It's not something that we're watching in the Discord. It's just being brought up every now and then because it's exploding. Run is just breaking out. The targets have already been hit. If it breaks through the targets, you've got a couple more targets above you. But the markets are pulling back, so Sunrun probably will lose steam. If it doesn't lose steam here and it breaks these targets, you're just going for the next leg. It's nothing complicated. You're just following a standard uptrend momentum strategy. You could also look at like an uptrend, obviously, like something like that. Just follow it on up. Treat this as a deviation. And NLOK it's like QCOM. It's like teasing us. It looks so good. It just won't play out. Oh yeah, guys, that short that we talked about on Intel was beautiful. They have earnings today though, or either today or tomorrow. Here goes Spy. Spy's not going to give us that VIX entry, I don't think. VIX is just going to explode into the close. It's going to make it very hard to. We'll probably have to enter small and add on tomorrow. Yeah, because the pullback risk is pretty big. Yeah, NLOK does not want to go while the markets are tanking. Should have waited for close on that one. AMRN. Still looking pretty sketchy. We've got 30 minutes until close. I don't like Baba. I don't trade Baba because it's just too gappy. Any gaps. Too choppy. It's putting in like a bull flag if it was a normal stock, but it's not normal. Look, the gaps are ridiculous. You also failed a pivot right here. So you're playing out the pivot failure. So it probably will come back down towards the low. But yeah, I don't trade Baba. We called out Baba a long time ago, like back in June. I talked about how this was a bullish channel, and then you had the middle of the channel being tested here, gave you a couple of beautiful dojis, and then it just rocketed gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up, all the way up, and then now you're finally kind of coming back down. You hit your targets. 261 and then 268 were your targets. Hey Lavender, what's going on? Evo, I already funded that account, so whenever I feel like there's a good trade coming, I'll take it. The reason I didn't take any trades today is because I didn't want to take the same trades. I was going to use it as a hedge. So like if SPY started to pump, I was going to buy on that account. But it started to dump, so I didn't want to take the same trade on both accounts. But I think moving forward, I don't really care. I'll just take like different styles of trades, right? So I'll take the shorter term stuff on one account, longer term on another. I'm going to try to keep the cash account for the shorter term stuff though. Maybe if I hold overnight, it's only going to be like a single day. So like buy it, close, sell it open. For the most part, I'm going to try to keep it day trades. Yeah, I just got my money. I think it was today or yesterday. So the account is funded. Yeah, I saw it, Evo. Yeah, I'll talk. We'll talk on Monday. I should be available for that. Is it going up? Oh, here we go. Come on, give it to us. It's teasing us, man. It's like QCOM. Best looking chart on my watch list, but it just won't play out. Another thing about like SPY and Qs is I think the FOMO buyers are all but dried up at this point. Come on, NLOK. In lock. One minute looks really good. Beautiful retest here. Triple peak, bull div, bull div, bull div, boom. Beautiful. What are we down on that? We're down 15%. Not too bad. We've got a lot of time premium. VIX is coming down a little bit. This is what I was talking about with the wick zone. So this is a clear sell pressure. Pop up, sell every time. You have a big sell pressure here on VIX. Once this is broken, it should be able to pop pretty easily. And look at where that sell pressure is, right on the 1 hour 50. 50 moving average, 3 wicks. Right on the pivot too. Front ran the pivot just barely. Here we go. And LOK starting to move. Nag, I posted it in my channel and on Twitter. I can't say it. We're streaming right now, but if you look at my account, it's on there. Once again, fulfilling my theory that buying at close is better. We could have got a better fill on AMRN. We could have got a better fill on NLOK. I don't know about the SPY puts. I'm not sure, Lavender. Not sure.
What was the call on the AMRN?
What's that?
What was the option? What was the call for the AMRN?
Oh, you can see it on my channel. Posted it on my channel. I wouldn't get in them now, to be honest. I'm getting ready to close them pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a good trade at this point. I should have closed them as soon as the 4-hour faked out. 4-hour popped up, looked really good, and then it faked us. Yeah, right, Zil. Yeah, I'm probably going to close these either before the close today or tomorrow. To be honest, Aviv, I think trading the indexes right now is your best option. Trying to get into individual stocks is pretty scary when the indexes are moving like this. I think there's more money to be made and safer money to be made trading the indexes. That's why the bulk of my money right now is in index. This would be the most brutal day to release the stimulus news for the Bears. Massive sell-off, playing out a beautiful technical pattern. Guess what? Go fuck yourself, stimulus news. It would be the worst possible time for the Bears. Would be today. Dime's dream, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's Zach. They said that a couple days ago. They said it yesterday, I think, or yesterday or 2 days ago. They said that it was not going to be ready until August. And then we took our puts, and then the next day, the Senate or the House started pushing it forward. Yeah, Trump's speaking at 5 today. Nobody knows what it's on, though. It's just on like coronavirus stuff. Not on stimulus specifically. All right, 15 minutes until close. Do we cut AMR in? Does it have gaps? It doesn't usually gap, so I think we're okay. If it gapped, this would be fucking brutal. Thankfully, it's a small position. I need to stop buying things below the 50-day moving average. I think almost always a loss. I was looking at these 650 puts for AMR in just to hold overnight in case it nukes. But I think throwing more money at this is a disaster. SPY is just accumulating right now. Not doing anything really. Debating on if I should close this or not. It's still holding the 15-minute pivot. We still have a lot of time on these. That's the fallacy of you have time, so we'll come back. NLOK does not want to go up. Struggling. 1 minute inverse head and shoulders though. That looks good. Pretty good. 30 minutes still looks decent. 15's decent. 15's a slight bull div. 5 minute clear bull div. Yeah, school reopenings, that's a good point. They'll probably talk about the school reopenings. IWM actually doesn't look too bad. It recovered nicely. It's back above the daily pivot. It looks better than SPY and Qs, that's for sure. All right, what's VIX look like here? You're still in that sell pressure. You got 10 minutes until close. VIX is climbing while SPY is climbing. Nope, SPY is starting new. Okay. All right, guys, I opened up a trade. Check my channel. I will post that on our Twitter alert system as well. Give me a second. And LOK pulling back hard because the market's pulling back. We're okay on that. We got time premium. AMRN is the one that's a little sketchy. Yeah, AMRN's nuking. What do you think will be the main trigger for the larger pullback? It's just technicals, man. The longer time frames on ES, NASDAQ, SPY, Qs, they all look bearish. The technicals have looked bullish basically all the way up, and they finally look bearish. The technical traders are not buying here. Technical traders are not buying. Yeah, I did. Jack and Coin. Yes, I did. Gotcha, Coin. Yeah. Yeah, we're up 6% already. We're up 30% on our SPY puts. Too late to buy SPY puts? I'm looking to add on to my SPY puts, just not right here. I'm going to wait and give it some more time. Time is on my side. Yeah, Joel. VIX is still struggling in that sell zone. If you want to wait until like the very last minute, you might get a better price. There's a big sell zone right here. I'm not going too heavy in VIX because I'm already in SPY puts. I don't want to put like my entire net worth in bearish puts. You know what I mean? Or bear on the bear side. So, not going too heavy. Sticking to my normal strategy. Trying to cover my ass on NLOK and AMRN. Buy and Qs are still accumulating. They still could rise. Like I said, the VIX play loses if my theory on tomorrow is correct. If tomorrow is a pullback day and we retest the wedge, the VIX trade loses. You could still hold the VIX trade, but if you hold it and the pullback turns into a deeper pullback all the way back to 328 to 330, the VIX play is going to get destroyed. You have 4 minutes left. About 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left on the day. You are still holding the bottom of the wedge on SPY on the daily, so it could still be very bullish tomorrow. Like I said, don't load up. Q's, different story. Q's nuked. So maybe a pullback, maybe a pullback after you hit your target on Q's. But it looks like Q's wants to hit that target. Just a little bit lower. NLOK getting a lot of sell volume here. Trying to hold the 5-minute pivot, 1550 moving average as well. Sunrun still moving, nice man. DLT still climbing. DLT climbing like this is not good for the market. One hour pivot still holding on SPY. Hughes is putting in a 1 hour pivot. No pivots on NASDAQ. And LOK holding that pivot, nice. Market's about to close here in 10 seconds. Market's getting a little bit of a boost here on the end of the day. And we're closed. All right, let's keep an eye on SPY and VIX. They'll still run after hours. Keep an eye on ES here. You've got a couple of things reporting earnings. What's reporting earnings right now? We have Intel, Skyworks, Samuel Adams, Alkaline, Gold, Discover, E-Trade. So a couple of banks. And Intel. Keep an eye on Intel here. So Intel had good earnings, it seems. Intel's running. That should help the tech. Okay, never mind. They're nuking. Yep, okay. Take back what I just said. Pumped up a little bit and then it got obliterated. The lowest I've seen the Dixie. What do you mean? You talking about DXY? Dollar index? I'm not entirely sure, man. I don't usually check the dollar index. It never really had an impact on any of my trading styles. It's not something that I would. You just tested this level that we had marked out on Intel, 57.47. So if you guys took that short on Intel that we talked about, the head and shoulders play, you hit your target. You just hit your target pretty much to the penny. What else had earnings? We had Intel, Skyworks. Theirs were good, it seems. And then let's see. Discover and E-Trade. E-Trade's not even a ticker. Discover hasn't reported yet. Before you guys go, are you guys green or red on the day? I'm assuming most of you guys are red. I know a lot of you guys finally jumped over to my side towards like the end of the day, and you shifted towards the puts. Nobody believed me this morning. Yeah, Jazz. Only John and SR. SR was scalping puts. John, I'm not sure what he was trading today. I think the overall thing that you guys need to learn from this week is your positions. You have too many of them. And I think you guys are being too aggressive on one side. You guys are picking up a lot of calls in a bunch of different companies. So you have like 6, 7 positions open at a time. And then when the market has a little pullback like this, it obliterates you. No more earnings. That's another good point. Yeah, no more earnings. You guys played Tesla lottos. Like all of you guys lost money on those. 11 positions. Yeah, dude, that's insane. My head would fucking explode if I had 11 positions. My head gets pretty fat with like 5 positions. I try to keep it around 3 or 4. And stop trading earnings, guys. Like if that's if I got to teach you guys one thing, stop fucking trading earnings. Earnings is dog shit. It's not trading, it's gambling. You guys want to trade earnings, go buy fucking lottery tickets or go to a casino. It's a better, I'm telling you, it's better for your money. Whatever money you want to put on earnings plays, go to a fucking casino. You'll have more fun and you might even make more money. And if you lose it, you'll have more fun anyway. Earnings are dog shit. Biggest lessons last week were take profits. It seems like a lot of you guys are getting better at that. You're taking profits. This week, you guys really need to learn to not have so many positions. Stop playing fucking earnings. Yeah, TLT, I was telling him, John, you weren't here earlier. I was telling him how me and you called out TLT yesterday because TLT was looking really good. Yeah, Fly Guy, that's a great idea, man. I'm telling you, you guys will improve your trading. Maximum 4 positions. 4 positions tops. If you have multiple accounts, maybe 5, like 2 on one, 3 on another. That's like pushing it. Block said I only do crypto and gold, silver, and I'm Canadian, so I watch things like DXY, gold silver ratio. That makes sense. Yeah, DXY doesn't have a big impact on my trading, so I don't watch it too much. Yeah, no earnings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, only options. Yeah, if you're in stocks, you can have many more positions. If you're in options, like 4, 3 to 4 tops. Your options move too quickly. I don't have any long-term positions right now, babies. I'm only short-term. I liquidated my long-term positions a long time ago. How much value do we lose on SPY 324 calls that expire tomorrow? Let me see. 324, did you say calls? 324 calls? Let me see. You're gonna lose $31. Not entirely $31, but I'd probably say about 15 to 20. That's with no price movement. So if it goes against you, you'll lose more than that. But with no price movement, you'll probably lose $15 to $20. 31 is the theta. That's the entire day value. So you lose the bulk of that value on the open and the close. Yeah, so 31 is the maximum theta. That's the entire day. So on the open, you're probably going to lose about 15 to 20, somewhere around there. Yeah, Tasty Mobile, I'm not a fan of either. I'm not a fan of it either. How did silver close? Close too bad. But alright, guys, I'm going to call it on that. It's been a long fucking day. Looking pretty good on the day. Small accounts getting beat up. Our main account's doing pretty good with our puts. But yeah, we're going to call it on that. So if you guys are in the stream, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are in the Discord, I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning for our morning call, obviously. And I'll see you guys for the entire market tomorrow. All right, guys. You guys have I might be back on actually for the Trump conference. So if you guys are watching the Trump conference in Discord, I'll probably be back on for that as well. But all right, guys. You guys have a good one. If you guys like this stream, if you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, follow button on Twitch. I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.